And here it is requested, the Beehive home that I originally made for Vespa Queen and Combee, but I've now added a couple other Pokemon too. So let's get right into it. Boom. Jump scare. That was Magnemite. So as you can see here, here is a nice 360 view going around the Beehive. It is all made out of the hay flooring, the haystack flooring. I thought it added a bit of dimension with the bottom part looking a little darker than the rest of it. Before we get talking about the inside, as you can see out here, I lowered some of the ground and put the trees lower so they look like bushes, added a bit of flowers. For the power sources for the Beehive, I have a couple mini generators. I have two underneath and their transmitters right above them. And then I have two more on the back of the Beehive because I won't really be seeing this, so it didn't bother me that it was outside. And then their transmitters are in the walls of the Beehive. And then let's see here. So these cubes actually don't require any electricity. I got them on the Dragonite Dream Island, and they were already yellow, and they emit their own light. And then to add a little decoration, I have these vines that I've put around to give it more of a tree, a beehive in a tree sort of feel. Now on to the dimensions of the house. It's two floors, the first floor being a 12 by 8 by 6 block room, and then the second floor is that dimension, but just -2 for each of them. So a 10 by 6 by 4. And that'll hopefully give you the right shape. And then every other layer of block, you will add an extra layer around to give that kind of curved, bumpy feeling of a beehive, as you can see right here. One thing about this build is that the corners are actually going inward on this build, so it's not a complete rectangle, so every corner needs to be inside. It will still consider this a house, even if you do so. There will be gaps in the walls, but you add the door, add the ceiling and the floor, and it'll still consider it a house. Now on the inside, I kind of kept the color scheme. Oh, look, it's a party in here. Hi, everyone. Oh, crazy. You can see by the haystacks that it does really look like dripping honey, but we try to keep it a lot of yellows in here, a lot of greenery. I do have those glowing hexagon lights. I found one in the sky land area, and then I just 3D printed a couple more. We got some lights, fan. Just keep it earthy yellows, oranges, and greens. But really decorate however you want. It was a nice build. I'm glad that it came out as great as it did for this being my first one since completing the story. I haven't made anything else. You'll also notice here that for the floor between the two levels, it's actually just the wood beech planks. And then here are just a couple extra photos for reference if you need them from different angles. I added some water below it. It's on the edge of a cliff, so it looks extra cool. And it's just really big and nice. I don't know, I enjoyed it. If you decide to make this, let me know. Bye-bye.